Spectator mode is one of 4 game modes available in Minecraft, and it's easily the hardest one. If you want to get some wood like you usually would, you can't. And if you want to go mining for better gear, you simply just fly through the blocks. And if you somehow get to a lit end portal, you can't enter it. So how did I beat the challenge? Well, it wasn't very simple. You see, it all started a few weeks ago when I got a great idea to torture myself with a new challenge, and I settled for trying to beat Minecraft in spectator mode. But to beat the problem, we have to understand the problem first. Spectator mode was a mode originally made for, well, spectating what you have already built. So with the obvious problems out of the way, such as not being able to fight enemies, break blocks, place blocks, craft, mine, whatever, we have more complex problems, such as not being able to enter any portals. And that's a pretty big deal, because even if I find an already lit nether portal, which by the way has a less than 1 in 1 million chance of happening, I, of course, can't enter it. Bro, let me in, dude. But let's say you make it through everything and somehow manage to enter the nether. Well, you're still in a big problem, because all the chunks that hold the blaze spawners are not loaded. But those are not the only problems. There's still not being able to craft, not being able to pick up any items. Hell, I'm literally scratching the surface of this whole operation. But what I do know is that there are seeds where the end portal is already lit, right when you spawn in the world. So, if I can get my hands on a seed with an already lit end portal, we're basically already halfway there. Seed 74503 too many numbers, but yeah, that's the seed. Okay, so now that we have a lit end portal, the rest of the plan is easy, right? Hell nah, man. But let's just rewind for a second. If you paid any close attention to what's been going on around you in the last 2 minutes of your life, you are probably asking yourselves, why is this idiot trying to find another end portal if he, well, can't enter portals? Give me a moment to explain. It's as clear as day that I can't just enter the portal by myself. But what I can do is spectate mobs. So in theory, if I spectate a mob that goes through the portal, then there might just be a slim chance I can enter the portal with the mob. But I think it's time for test number 1. Why the hell did I get kicked out? What the Bro! So, the plan clearly didn't work out, and I honestly wanted to quit. But then I remembered something. If you ever watched a hardcore series, you probably know about the duplication sand farm. And what it essentially does is that it takes sand, throws it into the end portal, and the reason the sand enters is because while sand is falling, it turns into an entity, and every entity can pass through the portal. But why am I even talking about this, since the sheep plan clearly failed? But it's basically the same thing, since a sheep is also an entity. Well, that's because the code is kinda different. And that's the same reason why you have sand duplication farms using the end portal and not sheep duplication farms, if that makes sense. I really hope it makes sense. But we all know what time it is. And it's time for test number 2. Okay, break the block, TP, break, come on, spectator. What the fuck isn't it working? Bro, let me in, man. Dude. Oh my god. Nothing works, bro. Literally nothing works, man. And for everybody who thought that I was struggling in this challenge, well, I think you should take a look at Mud Flaps.
Damn, Lucas, you the man now.
Oh, it's another one! Yeah! We're finally progressing! It's another one! No! Woo!
So naturally, I thought that if anyone could beat this, it would be Mud Flaps. And given the circumstances that he does crazy challenges like trying to beat Minecraft straight from the void, I thought he would have no problems trying to beat this challenge, but even he was left hopeless.
Yeah, I can't get into any of these. Why doesn't it work? This game is ruining my life.
And if anyone thought that I would quit this challenge, well, let me tell you, you were wrong. Because as always, I don't quit. At the start of this video, I said, but to beat the problem, we have to understand the problem first. And that's why we're gonna start at the birthplace of Spectator mode, aka the subscribe button. Just kidding. What I meant to say was snapshot 14W05A. Now, my idea is that if any version is gonna have an error with spectator mode, it's gonna be the snapshot where it came out. Now we just need to load up the world. And we are in. And by the way, there is no locate command in this snapshot, so we're gonna have to find the portal room in the old-fashioned way. Let's dig down, and we are in. Now step 2 of the plan is aligning ourselves perfectly with the portal's grid. Let's line ourselves up, and now we quit the game. I really hope my plan doesn't fail. And you know what? It didn't. We fucking made it. But now we have to get rid of that flying lizard, aka the Ender Dragon. But I am a detective, not a dragon slayer. So I am gonna kill it with code. If we upgrade our world to 1.12, the mob tag of the dragon is gonna change. And the mob tag is basically just a password that every mob in that version needs to have to prove to the game that that mob is a valid spawn. Otherwise, the game kills it. So that's why we're gonna update the mob tag of the dragon and then downgrade it again to hopefully make the game kill the Ender Dragon. This plan has to work out. Okay, when I load back in, the Ender Dragon should be dead. Okay, the dragon's dead, the crystals are gone, and yeah, there's the egg. Okay. Now we just need to enter the portal. Oh, f*** me, dude.